us. Chrissy with a half a donut in her mouth.
It was a sandwich.
And we are streaming now.
I guess that's what we're opening with.
That's the best.
That's so typical. And the camera pointed at our chips and salsa.
Yeah.
What up, nerds? It's Cyrus. I'm no longer DMing this week.
Nope, it's Recon this time. Wish me luck.
Yeah. So, long story short, Cyrus is moving to Kansas City. And
Boo him. Boo him.
It's a pity I like my family.
It is.
If only some of us all felt that way.
Right? I think like half of us like our families at least.
Only some of us have fathers.
You're just... We were gonna ease into something like that, but if you just want to throw that out there and just kind of whip it out, it's just like... Yeah. Okay.
On the table.
Here we are.
It is a satisfying feeling when you do whip it out. It makes that sound, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Never had it happen.
Oh, it's great. Like right after a shower where it's still kind of damp.
Here we are. Before the stream, I was just talking about on how we were just talking about Teen Titans Go, how it's nerd related. It could be in our stream.
And now we're talking about dicks.
This is what you brought us to. Just want you to know. This is what you brought on us.
That's about typical, though.
God,
Speaking of dicks or lack thereof, we have a whole new cast of characters this week.
Yep.
Well, except for one. Two, actually, technically, if you count Frostbite.
You still get to voice act her.
I still get to voice Frostbite.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So Frostbite levels up with you, just FYI. You don't have to keep track of her stats, I will.
Okay, I was gonna say
Unless you want me to write them down before I leave.
Quite possibly.
Okay.
That would be great.
Make it easy.
Curry City might not be anything besides Curry City.
I mean, Curry City's already kind of great. All her job was to yell at Dalek. Too bad Dalek's gone. Right?
Please, I'm sorry.
If only she cared about him just enough to revive him.
Bro, you're the one who didn't want to get revived because you didn't want to deal with level loss.
We're not going to pull George R.R. Martin.
Bro, this world is full of George R. Martin. Once you get past like level 5 or 6, death ceases to be a meaningful punishment anymore.
Thanks, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball's even worse. Not that I don't love Dragon Ball, but...
Even greater, South Park.
Okay, so weird thing about South Park. Did any of you all play the video games?
Nope.
Either of you guys? Okay, they're terrible, you shouldn't. But also you should, because they're fucking hilarious. I want to have a whole episode where I dodge my father's swinging balls as he tries to fuck my mother.
What?
That's a legit thing. You get
Oh my
shrunk
God.
down. It's, I'm pretty sure, I only played part of it and I played most of it drunk.
Says the alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. Alcoholics go to meetings, drunks go to parties.
It's not a party when you're by yourself.
Do I look like I'm by myself?
Right now.
Hey, you leave my bad habits out of this. But there's a whole scene, I'm pretty sure it's with the underwear stealing gnomes, where you get shrunk down, and and you have to try and follow these gnomes, but unfortunately you're shrunk down, and your parents are trying to fuck, and you're trying to fight these gnomes while your dad's fucking your mom, and you have to literally dodge your father's balls as they come in. It's like a lethal teabag.
Which one is that one?
That's the Stick of Truth.
Stick of Truth? Did you play Fractured Butthole?
I bought it because it came free, or because I knew Stick of Truth came free with it.
Oh, okay.
But I never got around to it, and halfway through the Stick of Truth, I was like, oh man, I don't like this. I forgot that I hate turn-based strategy games. Or turn-based RPG.
But you like JRPGs.
I do.
Yeah, fucking weeb.
Modern JRPGs aren't nearly as turn-based.
Yeah,
I love a skill tree. I don't love a turn-based. The sole exception is Pokemon, and that's more of a nostalgia factor than anything else.
There's a skill tree in...
No, but as far as turn-based.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, if you want to get into skill trees for Pokemon, you look at Natures, you look at IVs, EVs, etc.
I don't do any of that.
Good.
It's strictly offensive.
Yeah, it's much more fun to play the game that way. Until you get in the competitive scene, there's no reason to play a defensive thing, because otherwise you just bog down game.
Yeah. Like, so I just use straight defense, power level characters until they can't be power leveled, at least quickly anymore, and then go face the next gym. I'm like, oh man, my Pokemon are only 20 levels past what I'm supposed to be using right now. Before I hit the next gym, I'm gonna go power level.
That's me with pretty much any RPG with a level system. Although it's kind of redundant to say that, but I guess technically there are a couple of RPGs that don't have strictly level systems. Like Breath of the Wild is considered an RPG, but there's no skill trees, there's no leveling up. There's better go find another shrine.
I have yet to still play that game.
Oh
wait, no Switch.
I was gonna say I'd let you borrow mine, but I'm leaving in like 2 weeks.
Well, the thing is Breath of the Wild came out on the Wii U as well.
It did, but
You're not.
why would you?
You don't have a Wii U anymore?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sadness.
We used to have a Wii U. I mean, like, well, he used to have a Wii U. We come over here and we play Mario.
Which Mario?
Oh wait, no, the Wii U should still be upstairs.
Yeah, you can get Breath of the Wild for the Wii U.
But why would I? Whenever I want to play it on a good system.
I mean, the Wii U was bad. Don't get me wrong. It had maybe 2 good games that were exclusives, and one of them was Smash.
But to be fair, the Wii U is the Switch. It just, you pull the controllers off.
Okay, but
Think about the Wii U for a minute, like the actual, like the handheld console, and then think about the Switch.
I have a valid argument as to why it's not the Switch. With the Switch, you can take that anywhere. You don't even have to bring the stand or anything.
Well, you can take the Wii U with you anywhere. You just can't play it for anything at all. But you can still bring it with you.
Okay, so you can handle a useless piece of junk.
Right. Well, okay, it's Sony's, or it's Nintendo's, like, combat against Sony with their whole, hey, let's release the PSP, and that's doing, like, absolute dog shit. Let's try to re-release it with a little bit of coolness to it, and, you know, flip screens and shit. That's actually doing nothing. And then they did the Vita, and the Vita wasn't terrible. There was a lot of fun with it, but it didn't have a whole lot of, like, of its own games that were actually really good or really well liked. Like, my favorite game on the PSP was either Guitar Hero or
oh god, I forgot the Guitar Hero on the PSP. I loved that.
Seriously?
God of War Chains of Olympus.
You unironically like the Guitar Hero for the PSP?
Yeah. There are really good songs on it, and that was a lot of the reason why I liked it.
I never played it, so I can't get a song selection, but I can't get my mind wrapped around that itty bitty thing being a Guitar Hero thing.
Well, no, all it is instead of like playing it like you would the Guitar Hero controller, you play it like you would a regular controller. Like blue was X. There was only 4 colors that you had to worry about as opposed to the 5.
No, you could have bought the extra Guitar Hero thing where you connect it to the PSP and it's just with one hand.
Right, that's all I saw.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I'm sorry, I really love the Guitar Hero controllers being in my hand.
You like a lot of things in your
Well, see, here's
though.
the thing: is
I do primarily beer.
My first adventure with Guitar Hero, I did it with I think it was Rock the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back on the PS2.
Yep.
And the only reason why I got it is because a buddy of mine traded me an old guitar controller that he had, a memory card, because I didn't have one at the time, and I was just playing games until I couldn't anymore, and then restarting. And
I remember that struggle.
so he gave me that and the game.
Give me the N64 any day.
I gave him a couple hard copies that I had extra of Harry Potter. Because I had almost the entire set, and at the time Deathly Hallows still hadn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. And so I was like, oh yeah, man, I've got like another copy. I think it was Goblet of Fire. There was a hardback, and another one. He didn't have those for the one collection that he was building. So it's just we made a quick trade.
Why the fuck would you do that to the mic?
making the sound.
Here she is, just rubbing the cap to the mic.
It's just an ASMR. What the hell is wrong with you? The wrong kind of channel for that. Dalek took 2 people up to his room. I don't think anybody with an ASMR. Dalek bringing 2 people up to his room. Everybody's like, listen to the bed creak.
But that's not the woman.
Oh no, we know Dalek. We know exactly who what was. You were an Eiffel Tower.
Yes, I was.
In all 3 positions.
I'm not in this.
Oh, you're totally involved in this.
You're sitting right here. You can't
You
say it.
listened to all of it.
It's not to mention you whispered, I'm not in this, and probably didn't even pick it up.
You may not have. Alright, how you doing?
I'm on the feeds now.
Okay, so you need 7.
Oh god.
That's a daunting number. Alright, what do you already have?
I'll let you read it.
Oh,
No, you're involved in this. This is your character.
I
Yep,
stutter.
That's fine.
Power
Stutter away.
attack.
Yep.
Improved
Good
initiative +4. Improved thunder.
Yep.
Iron will +2 willpower.
Mhm.
Weapon focus scythe.
Yep.
And weapon specialization scythe.
Alright, so may I go ahead and make a couple of recommendations?
Change it from Scythe.
Well, you can't change them now once you've taken them.
Oh, no.
I will recommend that you take those same ones for Frostbite now.
Okay.
As long as
It'll help you.
she doesn't break.
I
Right.
swear to God, she breaks so many crap.
The only reasons and she'll break is someone will walk up to you and just disenchant Frostbite.
Let me look through my skills real quick.
You can't do that.
Don't give the DM
I can't
ideas.
Please don't.
It would take some work, and it would be a massively hard check to make, but it could be done.
That's funny.
You don't even get to roll.
Do I have disenchant?
Disenchant is not a skill.
No, but I do have disable device.
Disable device does not work like that. This is like disarming traps and shit.
But
No,
she's
there's
a
no
trap.
buts. Frostbite is not a trap.
Do not talk about her
Are
like
you
that.
kidding me? Frostbite thus far has appeared to be a woman, but definitely has a longer shaft than I do. Frostbite's a trap.
Petition to rename Frostbite to Astolfo.
No.
Did you get that as a joke at least? You know who Astolfo is, you dirty hoe. Fucking weeb.
We literally talked about Monster Pursuit the other day in prison school.
You talked about this in public at an Arby's.
But they're.
You wanted to show this off in Arby's.
I tried to show them the opening today. Just the opening. That's all I wanted to
Okay,
show.
not in public.
It's just the opening.
Not in
There's a lot
public.
of bouncing objects in that opening.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, none of them happen to be anybody playing like basketball or.
No. Nah.
Why?
Because
Fucking
weebs. Prison school is etchy as hell.
I like prison school.
I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I'm saying it's not something you discuss publicly.
I want like the public. We are discussing it on the internet. I mean, I don't know if it gets more public.
Oh, the internet's fine. I don't know anybody on the internet.
No, that's not true. There's got to be somebody that you know.
No.
You know Recon.
I know Recon. I'll talk to you about it, but won't talk to you in public in front of people I don't know. Like, I don't know. I also have a weird thing about listening and watching music and watching videos in public. I just hate that. I think it's disrespectful. I hate it when other people do it, so I don't do it.
So you don't want to hack into the Walmart speakers and play porn on it?
As a troll.
What is
Yes.
that page button?
I will not say.
I do know the code, though. I do know, thanks to Chris Schmidt.
What was it?
Oh my God, Chris.
I don't remember what it is.
I'm not saying, because I know you'll abuse it even worse than I would.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
maybe.
maybe. I don't work there anymore. They will never know. I'll use somebody's phone that works there. I'll like roll by and snatch somebody else's phone, open it up, and just leave it next to the headset and just walk away.
All right. I got 4 fighter feats for you if you want them all.
Okay.
Okay, so you got weapon focus. You got greater weapon, or do you have weapon specialization?
Yeah.
Okay. How about greater weapon focus and greater weapon specialization?
Nope.
Okay. So
She does know.
you do now, and those are gonna do some great shit for you.
Well, for frostbite, but
Well, also for you because you use frostbite to greater benefit now.
hey, is there a way to enchant an enchanted object?
What do you mean?
Well, so say for instance, we talked earlier about swords that fight for you
Yeah.
without you actually having to control them.
Yeah.
Can you add that enchantment to frostbite?
No, because she's a very specific item.
Oh, okay, because I was
But like,
gonna say,
like if you had a rapier,
yeah,
yeah, you could absolutely do that.
would it be a little rapier then?
And it depends. A weapon personality is not impossible to enchant, even for like a mid-level wizard.
Well, I meant like.
But it's going to be expensive as hell.
I meant like, what is it like? More like, can it do more destruction? On its own?
I mean, on its own, in theory, yes, because on your so the weapon enchantment you're talking about is called dancing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called a dancing weapon, and so it acts on your turn, but it doesn't take up any of your actions.
Okay.
Except for the one time you go fight and toss it out. Every turn after that, for like, it's a specific number of rounds, I can't remember on the top of my head, it just goes out and attacks shit for you.
Okay. So I could play with 2 rapies, and one could be a dancing raper.
Rapier. I know what you said, but...
And I can control the other raper.
You have to hold one of them. You cannot have more than one dancing weapon at a time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would
And your sneak attack will not work on your dancing weapon while it's dancing on its own.
Dang. That's kind of what I was getting.
I was afraid you'd go there. Now, what you can do if you want is you can work on 2-weapon fighting and dual wield.
Okay.
You start picking up some penalties, but the penalties matter less and less as you go on in level.
Right.
But
Start calling your character Kirito.
There are 5 donuts left. You want one?
Oh, damn.
Okay.
She was quick to snatch that.
Just let me have one. Y'all can.
Old video. You ever watch Olin Rogers?
No.
There it is. You gotta watch it. It's several years old now, but it's called Ghost in the Stalls.
Oh gosh.
The most beautiful thing. He talks about it was so quiet you could hear a fly fart. He's like, it was angelic. She soft angel whistle. There's one left.
I told y'all. Split it.
They did.
You
I
got
got
one.
2.
So the last one.
Take it.
You've only gotten 1 out of that. Maybe 2. Open wider.
That was wrong.
Open wider.
Never mind. I don't want to split it now.
I don't want this anymore.
Let me just roll it down the back of my throat.
Where's that Reaper when you need him? I mean, it.
Hello, little Timmy. Oh wait, we're not Catholic.
And suddenly this just got awkward.
Oh, really?
Or God.
Or God.
Something smells of hypocrisy. Oh, look, it's the Catholic Church. And what's this? No little Timmy glued to your crotch. Progress. I'm glad you all know that. I mean, as big of a TFS fan as you are. Although, speaking of Ghost in the Stall, I found something lovely the other day on 4chan.
A ghost in the stall?
Better.
Oh no.
So it's a text post, a green text post.
Oh God.
So it starts with be fat.
Yes, that's already. I'm there.
Go to fit and find a solution. Main problem is I eat like a dumpster.
Already. Keeping it the same. Alright.
Apparently, things with loads of fiber is going to save my filthy soul.
Oh no!
Fiber is digested slowly, leaving you feeling full longer, and helps with digestion.
Also makes you have to take a massive...
Wait.
Go out and buy 2 boxes of fiber-heavy breakfast bars.
Oh no!
The first day I have fiber bars for breakfast, lunch, and a lot of snacks. I don't shit that day. Next day I fiber myself up more. I don't shit that day either. Fiber Jesus is surely working his magic in my colon. Can feel the pounds dropping off because I'm not very hungry anymore. I don't shit the 3rd day. I don't shit the 4th day. The final day dawns. MP3. I have my morning coffee and feel my insides rumble in that familiar way. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can do this anymore. The second I hit the toilet, the weirdest fart in the world exits me. It's whistling. Pretty much. Just a thin, continuous airstream of fart. It smells like Grandpa's coffin. Almost exactly like that.
I don't think we're gonna do any
sounds
tonight.
No sound other than a whistling hiss. The hole is plugged. SOS! This shit is so solid. It feels like I'm giving anal birth to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Hang on to the shower curtain and pray. The Rock is shot out of my asshole at Mach speed. My entire ass is covered in toilet water. Now the fun begins. A fart that could do more damage to the ozone layer than aerosol ever did is shooting shit bullets out of me. Solid and perfectly round nuggets. The smell is killing me. Blacking out. The thuds of nuggets shooting around the bowl propelled by insane fiber flatulence is giving me flashbacks. I wasn't even in nom.jpg. My guts are yelling in German. It sounds like a booze and eat lives in my belly. Most of the shit isn't even digested at this point. Just forced out by all the gas that had been building up to my throat. After an hour, it finally seems to be over. I'm shivering and crying. Both legs collapse as I try to stand up. My stomach hitting the bathroom tiles forces out one more trumpet. Gondor calls for aid. .jpg. Shakily wipe my ass. Completely clean.
I've had one of those days.
Oh my gosh. You tried the fiber thing for a while, didn't you?
No, I done it. I said it ironically, but I've never went through with it.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't.
So,
it's terrible.
We had some fiber bars for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And, because occasionally you get, like, boxes of them from the food pantry.
Yep.
Because they're just like, hey, nobody wants to buy these. We had a couple.
Who would have guessed?
We had a couple.
They're
in our
delicious,
car, and
though.
they are amazing. But we had a couple in our car, and we were driving around, and we picked up this kid, and we were giving him a ride. It was somebody that we knew, and
I was gonna say you just pick up a random kid.
just picked a random kid.
It doesn't sound improper for you either. But
Remember, kids, ride with the strangers.
Don't listen to him.
But no, so we go and we.
This isn't ASMR.
And he's talking about how hungry.
It really is.
And we're like, oh yeah, man, there's some bars in the back. He goes, really? I was like, yeah, they're breakfast bars.
Oh no.
He goes, cool. So he starts eating one, and he's like, man, it's really good. I was like, I got a couple boxes back there. If you want them, you can have them.
Oh,
And he
no.
goes, really? I was like, yeah, but you got to do one thing first. He goes, what? I was like, I want to see how many you can eat before we drop you off at your house. He ate a box and a half.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You cunt. Oh.
Oh boy.
I haven't seen that kid since.
He's probably dead. You killed him.
You killed little Timmy.
You bastard.
One less for the Catholics.
I'm so glad I wasn't a Catholic.
Anyway, so we're gonna start this.
We got 3 more feats to pick unless you just don't care.
Just mention them quickly.
Okay.
Quickly.
I mean, I've already picked 4. I'm trying to think now. I've already used all the ones I usually go to. Reasons I don't play fighter.
Has too many.
Oh.
We had to break mine down to 100.
Yeah, it looked like y'all were having just a good time over there.
Oh, we giggled a lot.
Oh, a lot of giggles.
A lot of giggles. A lot of
Evil
giggles.
planning.
No evil plotting.
Not on, well, on
He
his
made a
part, yeah.
dungeon.
Well, he evil plotted, but that's because we have a very short amount of time to get you this going, so we can start running this this wild turn of events that are about to happen.
How do you feel about punching shit?
I'll do it if I have to.
Would you like to be good at it, though? Because as you are right now, you're kind of...
Meh.
Well, everyone's kind of mad because no one's a monk. But would you like to be like a monk?
Sure.
Alright, so improved unarmed strike.
Man, I didn't know that was a thing.
You can't sneak attack with it, so you don't care. You shouldn't care.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
As Zephyr.
future reference.
So improved unarmed strike.
Because I could make Zephyr just be like a big burly, like
Boxer.
yeah, pretty much.
Alright, next one. Superior unarmed strike. That's going to up the damage again. So now your punches hurt a lot.
So do you have to like? Does she have to like put a whole new like weapon and everything? Just
I guess if you really wanted to, you could also pick weapon focus unarmed strike if you want to be really good at punching. But there are probably better things to use.
Yeah.
Like frostbite.
Well, I meant like, is there like a stab block for her?
For frostbite?
No, for punching. Like.
So it doesn't scale unless you pick up superior unarmed strike.
Oh, okay.
It's just so you do 1 damage if you're not proficient. You do 1d4 damage if you pick up improved unarmed strike. And with superior unarmed strike at level 12, you're doing like a d10.
Okay.
So you do good damage
So
with that.
You could go 1 to 10.
Bam!
You could either smack them and like the nipple, or
Power attack yet?
no. Wait.
Yeah, I have power attack.
Okay, power attack's good.
That's the very first one I have.
And you haven't used it at all. I only used rage once as Zephyr.
I should have used power attack on that last boss.
Ooh, here's their fun thing. Since Curry's a samurai, are you interested in quick draw? Okay, get your quick draw then. Is your next one.
Shoot. Starting to be more and more like Zoro as we go.
Yay!
Right.
My
So-
hero.
Do you really aspire to be Zoro though?
No.
I was like, I love Zoro. Don't get me wrong, but there at that point you are a obsessed alcoholic with one eye, and pretty much your only friend is well, all your friends are idiots anyway, so it's really no different.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
I'm no idiot. I'm just stupid.
Because Zoro at least has Robin.
No. Robin gets along with everybody, but Robin's no one's best friend.
Well, right. But I mean, like, not everyone that he's around is an idiot.
Okay, Nami is not an idiot. She just makes bad choices if money's involved.
Yep.
Usopp's an actual idiot.
Yep.
Luffy,
And a liar.
Luffy is an actual idiot. Sanji is a bona fide dumbass.
Are you sure you don't want to give that one to...
Chopper's a bona fide dumbass.
An adorable
Oh, that's
one.
Adorable and intelligent, but also a dumbass.
That's because he rolls really bad at hide.
That's not just bad at hide. So Chopper is your stereotypical high intelligence, low wisdom.
Right.
Easily fooled.
But it gets better.
And let's see, or who else we have? We have Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke? May I please see your panties? Please show me your panties. God, I love Brooke. And the biggest dumbass of them all, Frankie!
I mean,
Super!
I can't deny that.
I love Frankie.
Just because of the fact that Frankie, in his grief over the old man dying, decides, hey, I'm gonna stand in front of this fucking train.
Is that the only thing that gave it away? It's not the poses, it's not running around a Speedo, it's I'm only going to modify the front of my body. It's not, hey, look at this big red button. I wonder what it does. Better push it.
Yeah. No, just the first one that gave it away was definitely him standing in front of the train.
I thought it was him trading insults with Iceberg and just being terrible at it.
That could have been it too. I don't know. The fact that he ran through town naked is a pretty good one too. Well, not completely naked. He did have his
He had his
Hawaiian
shirt. I like how the way they had to convince him, just reach out. Robin, are you sure you want to touch that? Twist!
It made
They're gonna pop like grapes!
It made me so uncomfortable because I knew how painful it was, but it was also that this was happening. It was like, why? Like, out of every other thing, why this?
And the fact that they actually explained it away is even better. Do you remember the explanation?
It just keeps going. No, I don't want to.
Actually, it was pretty clever. Well, at least for Luffy it was. Luffy was like, that motherfucker's gonna cry. Let's give him a reason to cry so we can cover it up. Robin, got it. Well, at least we know that Robin's touched balls before now. I wasn't really sure up till that point.
Dude, she was following around Crocodile. Come on.
She was following around Crocodile, but you shouldn't fuck with Crocodile.
I don't know. Figured the moistness would help him.
Nasty. I'm sure Crocodile gets laid, but it's probably not.
Crocodile was such a cool character, man. Like, in all honesty.
I actually like Sir Crocodile. He's one of my favorite villains so far.
I'm glad they brought him back in the arc where they go back, where Luffy breaks into prison and then immediately breaks
back out of prison. I'm looking for my brother. He got transferred. God damn it! What?
Again, she was rubbing the cat over the mic.
No,
That's gonna be loud as hell. It's not like it'll pick that. It's picking us up. You're doing that, and it's gonna be like.
That's the sound of defiance right there.
Is that shitty little beer commercial that they have on fucking YouTube? Yeah, and she like tapping on it and doing that. I hate that commercial, and I hate that I can't skip it every time that it pops up. And I hate the fact that every time it pops up, I'm connected to my car on Bluetooth, and it just like, yeah, that's the only thing that's happening is I hear this. It's like, no!
No!
It's like 5 minutes of this, and then I get to watch Matt Pat.
Thanks, YouTube Premium.
Thank you.
Alright.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Let's do it.
Let's do the things.
So we're officially ready to start the session.
I think so.
Yeah.
Only 45 minutes late.
we're sorry. Well, I'm sorry.
You had to work.
Yeah, you had having too much fun.
Alright.
So
I should get my character sheet out.
Uh-huh. Are we ready? Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. I still
No,
need
you go
things.
ahead. This ain't gonna take me no time. I know where it is. I didn't
Introduce
lose this one
yourself
yet.
again.
Yeah, I do kind of have to introduce myself again.
Yeah, Curry City. Who are we dealing with? Starting with him.
Like, that was really weird. Like, you, like, agreed with her like you were
Yeah.
gonna
He's
hand it off
the
to
DM.
her.
No. Like, I'm agreeing with her about us needing to introduce ourselves.
Well, I decided to try my hand at a rogue, being as my paranoia just keeps itching me as we do more and more things. And it's kind of hard to be paranoid as a bard who wants to charge in as things.
Barbarian,
So,
you mean?
Yeah, barbarian.
I was the bard, and I ran away from everything.
Sorry, it was just your death impacted me in such a way.
You just still laugh about it every time we bring it up.
I didn't say it was a negative. So yeah, now I'm playing it with one of Curry's like favorite names in the world as Shadow, with it spelled as with a U at the end of it.
Thanks, copyright.
Generic character.
Super generic, but that's okay.
So
I don't know
you're
why you're smiling at me like that. That's weird.
She's proud.
She is. She's super happy that I chose that name. Is what it is.
And as for Cyrus?
Oh, so I'm gonna try something completely different, and I'm going to play a baby dragon. My name is Belissaria.
My baby dragon.
Yeah, not just a baby dragon, him's baby dragon, or Shadow's.
Kind of Shadows. It's also kind of Curry's, thanks to traveling together for a brief period of time. Why are you traveling with Curry and Frostbite again?
So I kind of got caught pinching something that I probably shouldn't have been trying to pinch.
Frostbite.
Right. Which apparently, even as good as what I am at what I do, I got caught somehow.
By a living sword.
I mean, yeah. You stole the sword, and the sword is aware that it's being stolen.
Yeah.
She's a very smart sword.
She actually is. I think she's the smartest in the party.
Nobody asked you.
Her intelligence is 16, if that helps.
Yes.
Mine is 12.
And mine is also 12. Okay, so the sword is the smartest in the party.
Oh,
We're all...
No, you're not 12. Your intelligence is 12. Listen,
No, I'm not
You are
12.
not 12.
I'm not
Oh, if
gonna
we're
say
going by
how
that
old I am.
logic, I'm 1.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
1. He's a newborn baby.
Hey, you had an egg.
Fire
so-
dragon.
Brass.
Brass. I can't tell what kind of dragon he is. He won't leave me alone.
Question will leave you alone. I ride on your shoulder. It's like an Eevee, but more deadly.
It's like an Eevee, but better.
Eevee has potential. I've started to realize my potential. You just don't want to see that potential 20 years down the road when I'm fucking huge and I still think I'm a lapdog.
It's like, what is it, the Great Malamute?
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
huge dog.
My roommate
Massive.
my roommate had a pair of Great Pyrenees.
Huge.
They thought they were lapdogs too. They were the runts of the litter, and they're still 5 feet long each.
They're the type that are like, hey, let's crawl up onto the couch and try
That's
to
why
lay
you
in
gotta
your lap.
train them early.
And suddenly you can't watch whatever it is you're watching, which in my case would usually be Dragon Ball Super. But
Right.
Okay, so now that we know who we all are,
kind of.
and
Can we call you Bella for shirt? For shirt?
For shirt?
for
For
shirts.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay.
Bell
I just-
or Bell?
And Zephyr is missed.
Bell might.
Zephyr.
A former traveling companion of Curry.
Mm-hmm.
How many years has it been since you've lost Zephyr and Dalek? Like Zephyr, he's split up or something. He's still alive, but somewhere.
Yeah.
Or dead.
He
Well,
decided
He swallowed an ooze and the ooze ate him from the inside out.
It's possible. No, the way I kind of figured it is that because Zeph had that missing sister,
Mm-hmm.
so he kind of decided that maybe it's best that with one of the party members already dead, to maybe kind kind of go his own path instead of being so sidetracked all the time by other people.
I feel kind of bad. You wrote that backstory and never gave it to me, and now it's useless.
It didn't take me long to write it though, so there's that.
There's that.
It's in the center
Yeah.
console of the car.
Yeah.
You might want to give yours to new DM.
Okay.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Now with some addendums.
And this is
how
why
many years has it been then?
This is why I don't write backstories, because not even 2 weeks after my backstory was written and delivered to Cyrus, I died.
Well, let me ask you this: how long does it take for a dragon egg to hatch?
It varies depending on how well it's incubated, but anything from a year to like 6.
So let's say a good 4 years.
All right. So I've been
Because I imagine that being a rogue, I'm probably not incubating an egg very well.
Probably not. It's amazing I didn't come out like Actually, I kind of did come out stunted growth. A normal dragon has a decent positive strength score.
I just thought you were an egg, and an egg is a breakfast item.
The breakfast samurai strikes again.
So, how long have you been been traveling with him while he was an egg? Then, if he's been a year.
Well, if he's a year old and I've had him
or
for
a year or less,
and it took 4 years for him to hatch,
It
could be anywhere from 5 to 5 being the most, downwards of 4 months.
But how many years have I known you?
Before the egg hatched.
But that's the thing that's all.
That's what we're trying to ask.
Yeah, that's true because when we met, I did still have the egg.
right?
Because
let's say it was 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it was still one of those things. Like that. Probably why they noticed that I had it is that I actually had it on me. Which, if I had it on me, I was probably worried it was going to hatch, and I wasn't actually going to be there with it when it did, and it would immediately like have that whole paternal like grasp onto something that may not have even been anything close to being.
I mean, I have a twisted family so far. I have one dad and 2 moms, and one of my moms is a sword.
I mean,
And part of an old party member that
that might still exist.
Yes.
Dalek is buried in the sword unless, of course, Dalek wanted out, or...
Well, here's the question is will Frostbite allow Dalek to talk sometimes?
She would, as long as it's not obnoxious.
Okay.
Her. Sure. Given her short temper...
What if it's to be obnoxious towards Curry?
Oh, I know I have that coming.
Oh, she'd be like, okay, well, how am I feeling about Curry today? So that's an any given day.
or scenario.
She's kind of a moody
Sword.
Bitch.
I was gonna say a moody woman, but a moody bitch isn't wrong either.
Nor is a moody sword.
Okay, so we're all correct in this instance for once. Must be nice to you,
Except
right?
for Curry, who didn't say anything about.
I don't talk bad
Person.
about her.
You learned your lesson.
Yes, I did. And I
And
also
so-
know not to give her any kind of alcohol.
No, alternatively, give her all the alcohol.
Well, because then usually she falls asleep, and then if I need her and I wake her up and she's in a bad mood with a headache, it's not going to work out well for anyone.
Well, it might work out well for you because she wants to kill everything in sight. She's just even more violent than usual.
Yeah.
Give me the blood.
Stab.
So now we have the background. We have time frame. Not time frame. I'd say you guys are now exiting out of a pretty deep forest. Y'all were traveling for a few days for a mission that y'all just recently completed. And
New continent?
yeah, new continent.
Alright.
Definitely new continent.
Because I didn't like the desert.
She wanted somewhere that she didn't have much guilt about for the land.
Yes.
You carry a deep burden, samurai.
For the past 6 years, I have.
Yes, and
6 years?
Yeah, 2
You're
years.
gonna say it's been
A couple
6 years
a
then?
couple
been a
years
couple
of
years.
wandering, 4 years with you.
It's true.
Yeah.
I thought, no, it's 2 years with me, so.
Yeah.
But either way.
And so y'all exit out of the deep forest. Y'all see a pretty decent sized city. It's not the capital, but it's the closest large city that y'all can find. Y'all start to travel.
When you say large city, what kind of population are we talking?
1,500.
It's a pretty big city by this standard.
Yeah. I was about to say about 1,000 to 2,000. It's a pretty large city.
All right.
It's not quite the capital, but it's still pretty large. It's very well known.
All right. I am sleeping on your shoulders, Shadow.
Okay.
Curled up like a scarf.
Meow.
Now, it's about a mile out. Do y'all want to go to the city? Do y'all want to take camp, rest for a little bit before you do go?
What time of day is it?
It's the sun is starting to set. It's been about a day's worth of a trip, so the sun is finally setting.
We're gonna keep going to the city.
Yep.
Keep going to the city.
Make it to the end.
Yep.
Okay. As y'all walk past by, y'all see a really big mansion. It's definitely molded and it's deteriorating. You can tell that it hasn't been lived in for quite some time. And so you all just kind of get this weird chill down your back about it.
I wake up and hiss.
Yes, you a dragon definitely wake up to it and just go.
I'm a baby dragon. Leave me alone.
You are very temperamental.
Highly.
It's my cat. Leave me alone.
Oh.
But yeah, you all don't really take too much notice of it. Just the fact that it's a mansion, not inside the town for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Me either.
I want to explore it.
You want to
I
explore?
want to get a drink.
Fine.
We just got done off of something. Let's
Shut up.
Rest.
All right, Curry grew a spine in the last few years.
Right?
Shit.
Character progression.
I approve.
So do I. So
I'm gonna need a new drink.
So y'all clearly got to the city, so that
Oh.
unless if you force him to travel it.
Well,
I know who's really in charge of this whole operation, so I'm just gonna wait.
What would you like to do? Go get a drink?
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
So y'all go ahead and go to the city. Right at the edge of the city, it's a marketplace. Everybody's starting to close up shop. Everybody seems a little tired, pretty relaxed. And so, do y'all want to ask somebody where the nearest inn or tavern is at?
Can I track it by sense of smell?
You can.
I have a really well-defined sense of smell as a dragon.
You can
Which
if you
one?
want to distinct the alcohol and would that I believe that'd be a search.
Something kind of like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's find something to drink.
I poked him.
What are we drinking? What are you drinking?
And what are you drinking?
Mom?
Something that drowns out the guilt.
All right.
All right.
Alcohol it is.
Alcohol it is indeed. 10.
10. Yeah, you get a pretty distinct smell. It's not too far from here. It's just a couple streets down if you want to guide them.
All right, I get on the ground like a hound.
So you start to
sniff and then take off toward the smell of booze and hot food.
We're gonna have to catch up to him.
Yeah, I run at 60 feet around, guys.
I'm not running.
Zoom!
I'll just follow you. Go.
If I'm chasing him, you better.
Fine. Run.
Her, actually.
So
Belisari is a girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so if she gets moody, you're really in trouble.
Man.
It's a good thing dragons don't have periods.
right.
Neither do swords.
I'm not so sure about that.
Don't make her mad.
Crap.
So yeah,
Zoom!
Bella's taking a bunch of right and left turns. So you might want to try your best to keep up.
I'm chasing.
You're chasing?
Yeah.
We both
Do-
are.
Do a spot check to be able to keep an eye on her. Because otherwise you're going to lose her.
Yeah, I'm a tiny creature. It's like watching a house cat run run between buildings. Now, a very shiny cat, to be fair.
A spot check?
Yeah, Spot.
Yeah. What did you get?
My spot check is already -1.
Oh, man.
And I didn't bring my own die today, so.
That's okay, you can use
I,
mine.
I got my table right here, though, next to the.
Hey, nat 20.
Oh, yeah, you can keep up with her with these.
I hope so.
17. -1.
16?
Yes.
Yeah. You're able to keep up with her, especially being able to follow Shadow. You finally get to the tavern.
I'm gonna sit outside the tavern,
Waiting.
waiting because you were carrying my gold.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have much left, though.
I got 1,000 gold. I'm happy.
Yeah, true. I guess being as small as you are, it's still a decent pile to sit on top of.
Right. It is what I sleep on top of. It's like a bed and comfortable for me.
Oh.
I sleep on my small amount of gold.
Oh,
And then point like a setter.
we're here.
It smells like dwarven whiskey.
I miss that dwarf.
Oh. Curry was far more attached than she let on.
The guilt does that.
So y'all go in. It's kind of pretty rowdy, actually. People are chattering, partying, have a good time. It's definitely not like what it was at the last town. Everybody at the last town were grumps, and so it's definitely a huge change in scene. What do you all do?
Meat.
I'm kind of
So you
hungry too.
So I'm gonna kind of sift my way through the crowd, and then hop up on a bar stool and then onto the counter.
The bartender hears somebody sitting. She turns as she slowly turns around. She goes, "So how may I? Where's your owner at?"
I'm right here.
Excuse me.
Oh, you talk. I'm so sorry.
I'm a dragon, ma'am.
Yeah, but you're just a baby dragon. I didn't expect you to be able to be so sophisticated at such a young age.
Don't offend the dragon.
I mean no offense. I was a little taken back. How may I help you?
Mutton.
Mutton.
4 plates.
Okay, that'll cost you 3 gold. Anything for
Oh no! Oh, you have your own gold.
You're carrying it.
Oh right.
This is my tiefling. He's a little slow on the uptake.
I forgot that I'm carrying your gold. Again. Crap. Get you a little tiny bag of holding.
You can't. It won't hold my gold. It weighs too much.
All right, here. Take your gold. All 3 pieces.
Nod.
Thank you. Anything for you two?
What do you have?
Just about anything that you want. Anything from water all the way to the strongest orc ale that you can think of.
Is my dragon a drunkard?
I'm not a drunkard. I'm too young to drink.
I thought so. That's good because I didn't want to. What do you drink then?
Water, low alcohol content ale because it's the only way to get like purified water. Everyone drinks. I just don't get drunk.
Right. I'll just have an ale and some meat.
What kind of meat would you like?
Rare.
Okay, but what animal? We serve just about any kind of animal here. From deer to bear.
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 Okay, that would be 2 gold.
Okay.
For the room and the food?
Yes.
Do I get my own separate room for 3 gold?
You can, it's just the mutton was a little more expensive because it's a little rare here.
No sheep, or no, you don't raise sheep around here.
No, not too much of sheep. The wolves tend to try and kill them, and so we try to avoid sheep if we could avoid wolves.
Wolves are obnoxious.
They really are.
What about you?
Get off the counter to sit on the bar stool.
I'll just take a drink.
What kind of drink would you like?
Surprise me.
What does other mom?
Oh, okay. She turns around and starts to mix 4 different kinds of drinks. Here you go. 1 surprise beat. That'll be 5 silver.
Here you go.
Got any good mixed drinks?
Any good mixed drinks? Yeah. What kind of mixed drink are you wanting?
Anything like a panty dropper or anything?
A panty drop? I've
Yeah.
never heard of that kind of drink.
Do you serve lemonade?
Yes, we do actually.
That's part
Freshly
of
squeezed.
That's part of the panty drop.
Oh, if you know how to do it, you want to tell me how?
Well, I'm assuming you gotta hold these like panties over it, right?
Oh my
Roll
god,
slide.
are you willing to do this now?
Roll sleight of hand.
Oh, I don't have to.
Okay, well, you have to roll spot. Well, you have to roll spot then, because he's trying to steal your panties right off your body.
And you get to roll sleight of hand.
Or you can take 10.
Take 10.
Well, take 10's the automatic. He can do that whenever he feels like.
Fair
But
enough.
he can't get higher than 10 with it
Okay.
as a result.
I'll take 10. Try and beat 10.
Well, try to beat 10 plus your modifiers.
Yeah.
12.
Plus, plus, this is your spot check.
She got 12. She rolled
12
a
total?
13. Yeah.
Alright, what's your 10 plus your modifier?
I don't want to ask.
I'll show
She
you.
looks down. Yeah,
I'm going to
definitely
go ahead
not
and
me.
crawl behind the counter to avoid witnessing the domestic violence that's about to occur.
They're hers.
What?
Oh, I didn't realize that you two were together.
What?
No.
She's married to my other mother.
What? Other mother?
Looking around. Do you have vodka in here?
I just figured it'd be
I
a good
think I
drink.
might need some vodka here.
So you need 2 parts vodka and 3
Okay.
parts lemonade.
You did what?
Okay.
What kind of? Do you regular lemonade is the best? Yeah, although if you have pink lemonade with some cherry juice, that's even better.
No, we don't mix too much with our lemonade. It's all freshly
I'm beating you up.
squeezed lemons.
Just
3
let me know.
parts 3 parts lemonade, 2 parts vodka.
Okay.
It's called, and for future reference, it's called the yellow panty dropper.
Yellow panty dropper?
These
okay.
ones are white.
Indeed, they are.
I'm just kind of
Poor
swinging them
Squirtle.
around on my tail.
I will use her to chop off that tail. I'll give it back.
I know that you're angry, but we actually forbid violence in here.
You know,
If you
Yes.
you don't have good old fashioned bar brawls.
want, no, we try and keep it peaceful in here
Oh god,
for
I
the
love this bar.
Give me.
What do I get?
Nothing.
To live.
Is he causing you
Fine.
trouble? Do you hand it over?
Yeah.
The,
They were
there's a
little bit
restroom
anyway.
right in there for you to go ahead and
This is what the evil cackling was about earlier.
Yep.
Welcome to the bullshit of a mid-level rogue.
Poor Scraddle.
You say we're nice and
Dear
silly.
God, you're red.
Right. She's as red as the fruit punch.
Well, you want to know that you put your hood over your face because it just increased your core temperature a couple degrees and it's all flood into your face.
Don't touch me.
But yeah,
You're gonna pay for this later.
You wouldn't-
Ever.
You wouldn't notice it if I did.
Are you trying to say something?
That sleight of hand's really good.
she drags
Why am
you
I
to-
orgasming? That would be a, for rules as written, that would be a sleight of hand followed by perform sexual act fingering. And yes, that is a legitimate skill.
I do have perform, and it hasn't been.
How many points do you have in it? Well, you have to decide here
Don't
and
get
now.
no ideas.
Oh, it's a -1.
Oh, you don't have any points in it then.
No.
But yeah, she
I haven't put
directs you
anything
to
in it, I
the
just
restroom
have
and
it.
has
Right,
one
you
of
have
the
to put
orc
points in to be
bodyguards
able
to
to
stand
do it.
right in front to keep you
darn.
guarded for you.
Yeah,
I'll remember
thank
that
you.
for if I level up
Oh,
again.
it's not a problem, honey. We get a bunch of pervs.
Dad, you're a perv.
Oh,
That's fair.
now I'm being guarded. I have a bodyguard.
You act like in the past 4 years we ain't seen anything.
Nope.
Fair enough. So you think my sneak is really high?
I think
Can
it
I
happened,
shower
I
in
think
that
it
lake?
happened once, but neither of them want to talk about it.
I know. I just want to say that I don't mean to sound rude, but the sexual tension is really great between you two.
No.
What's sexual tension?
Oh, you sweet pure.
I'm just glad
I'm
that
sorry
this
that you
one's
have to deal
quiet.
with this.
Mom and Dad have always been like this. Other moms even worse.
She acts it.
You talk about other mom. Who is the other mom?
Oh, that's Mom's sword. Mom's basically married to her.
And they never leave each other's side.
You have an enchanted sword?
Yes.
Oh, I did not realize that.
She's a drunk too.
Oh,
Not right now.
She also has disenchanted panties.
What?
You did it again? I'm really impressed, but also I'm really mad. Not as bad as Gretel, though.
Do you want to roll again?
Okay, so let's think about this realistically. This time you were on guard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was an orc bodyguard.
and there's an orc bodyguard. So at this point, take a 20 off of whatever you get.
Okay.
15 minus 1.
No,
14.
yeah.
So you felt it sliding down your leg as he's trying to pull this up.
Can I kick him?
Here, honey. I'm sorry, sir, but we're gonna have to kick you out for the night. Guards and 2 orcs start to grab you by your arms.
Bye, Dad.
You did this.
I did this. Ooh.
I'll bring you your food out later.
Make sure it's cold.
It's raw.
It's
Cold.
basically
Frozen. Freeze it.
You can't, like...
Put it on ice.
I can.
These little pot shots.
Okay.
It would take a long time.
I'm sorry that you have to deal with him, especially for so long.
It's okay.
He's not usually like this. Something about this town seems to put him on edge.
Yeah, this town's been off here for the past few years. I believe that the curse within within the house outside of here, it's starting to drag into the town, making everybody act what their inner intentions are, and it's making them far worse people to deal with, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Can I sneak back in?
Can I be listening?
Yes, as rules is written.
I mean, if you want to try and sneak past the guards, you can. They're standing right outside with you.
All right, so it's a -20 because they're watching
Dang
you.
it. What if I cast darkness?
Well, then they can't see you within the 20-foot sphere. Then they're highly fucking suspicious.
Right? I'll just stay outside and wait for everyone, I guess.
I mean,
Inner intentions.
The mayor's been trying to find adventurers who's brave enough to be able to fend off whatever curse it could be, but unfortunately we haven't had any luck as the rumors spread to other cities, and it's made a lot of people very feared of the building.
How much do you pay?
You'd have to ask the mayor, actually. That's his doing.
I do dumb things for money. Dad does dumber things for free.
What?
Moms do things for violence.
And money.
So, would you say that you'd be interested in it?
Maybe.
I'd volunteer, but I'm told I need a parental chaperone.
I mean, to be
I'll go
fair,
with
she's
you.
a parental chaperone.
Kind of. Sometimes she goes off on her own and just...
Doesn't help.
Are you at least with your dad while she's gone?
Usually, although sometimes Dad's really hard to find.
That's pretty awful.
Good at hiding.
He is really good at
Sometimes
hiding.
I just need time
He
alone.
dodges responsibilities is like she dodges arrows.
I'm assuming pretty well then.
She's pretty talented.
Here,
So's Dad. But in different ways.
She snaps to her fingers and she hollers in orc. By the way, she's an orc as well.
Oh, okay.
She yells in the orcish, "Hey, can you bring the dumbass back inside?"
I understood that.
Say.
She hollowed for... trying to find the right word.
I whispered to her, "I called him a dumbass."
Dumbass. What does
And-
dumbass mean?
He's not a very bright man.
Oh! Like a dipshit.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I heard that one from other mom.
And the two guards are like, "Sir." The two guards are like, "Sir, you are being formally requested," and they step back inside.
Okay.
Hey Dad, food's here.
Fine. Shouldn't have taken that long.
I'm shoving the chairs all the
Oh, it's a bar
way.
stool, it don't move.
They stay by him,
I'm
one on
scooting
each
over.
side.
I'll leave my hands on the table.
I'm gonna move into the seat between the two of you.
Good. I feel more comfortable now.
So, I was
Whole leg of lamb. Just drag it off the counter.
I was speaking
That
to
girl's so
your pet and your.
What'd you say? I missed that.
They grow up so fast.
So she said.
Yes.
I'm enjoying being a child in this scenario.
It is fun, I will say.
It's a whole weird version of SAO.
Oh, God.
Holy. He's a dragon.
No, I know that. It's just.
He's not Yui.
Thank
Well,
God.
I mean, that's only partially true because technically he knows the knowledge to the.
Bruh. I know some words so awful they actually break objects.
See? It's like decoding for him.
I did just learn a new word today though. I learned dumbass. I already knew dipshit somehow, but now I know dumbass.
Do you say that to him?
Yes, I'm learning this. Other mommy taught me dipshit, and nice orc lady taught me dumbass.
Wanna learn what cunt means?
I'm familiar.
I will slap you.
And she pulls a dagger and stabs the table right in front of you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I thought you said no violence.
You said a forbidden word. You said a word that should not be said.
Trust me,
Dum
there
dum.
won't be
Other
any
mom
more.
word all the time.
She's allowed to.
Am I allowed to?
No.
Why not?
Wait till you're older.
How old do I have to be?
She
Old
says,
enough to where you don't ride on his shoulder.
"Don't worry, sweetheart. If you're to grow like you're supposed to, that'll just be about another 2 or 3 years."
I hope so. And then the more I think about it, but then I have to walk.
You could always fly.
They don't like it when I fly too far away.
I can see why.
Because you're precious and small.
Just put a collar on him.
No.
Or her.
I will roast you.
And I will watch.
We'll do a harness.
And she says
A
in
child leash.
And she says in Orcish, ooh, I've never had a human before. Oh wait, you're not. No, it's tiefling. Ooh, we've never had tiefling here before.
Why does Dad need a collar?
Oh no, talking about you roasting him, sweetheart.
Oh, I don't think it tastes good.
They want to eat you.
Wouldn't taste good.
Probably not.
I bit my tail once.
I did too. It wasn't very tasty.
No.
But you needed a bath at that time. You still need a bath.
I know.
It's bad that you dragon.
It's not my fault I gotta wash my hands.
We should. No, it is your fault, but damn.
We're LARPing, guys!
We are LARPing, and as a matter of speaking, you're paying for your consequences physically this time.
Right.
I'd say this is an abusive relationship, but I'm not sure who's more abusive.
Right.
One of you's emotionally abusive, and the other's physically abusive. And for once, it's the woman who's physically abusive. I love this.
This reminds me of my marriage. You two are so young and in love.
I don't love him.
Give it a couple more years, sweetheart.
You
You'll
kind of do,
learn.
though. Mom.
You wouldn't stick with me for this long.
That's because the other one ran away.
So
Oh, there was another man in your life?
No!
She settled.
Don't talk about him.
He died.
He did not die.
Or one of them died. You told me about that.
I don't want to think about that.
Is that why you drank, Mommy?
Yes.
And to forget about me.
And Dalek pops in. Yeah, you don't want to forget about me now, do ya?
I was meaning Zephyr.
Ah, who needs that man anyway? But yeah, the bartender fills you in about...
On your team.
Do we have to go right now?
It's dark.
No,
We
it's-
could probably wait till morning.
Yeah, you all get some rest. You all... It looks like that you all have traveled pretty far, so I want you all to rest first.
Bath?
Hot, cold, which one would you like?
Hot, yes.
Hot and far from his room.
Yes, you will have 2 stories above his.
Good.
It's on me this time.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bath. I need both. I have cold blood, so I need to alternate.
Okay, how's a warm bath then?
2 separate, please.
2 separate? Okay, we
But
can
like,
do that.
but like cooking pot size.
Oh, we can definitely do that.
I don't need a large bath, just a right temperature.
Okay. They will be right up.
Grab my last leg of mutton and trot up the stairs.
He is a hungry boy.
It's a she.
The orc didn't see any private parts.
Her name is Bella.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Bella.
Here. Good.
She is a very lovely dragon. Very well mannered.
Yes.
Just
For
a lot
now.
of bad words.
That she does.
She's
I mean,
learning.
she's young and influential.
Yeah, by his sword.
I see no problem with it.
You also see no problem with what you wear.
Or don't.
Or don't. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Gotta get the last word in. That sounds about right.
Don't worry, sweetheart. Whenever the curse is gone, he's gonna go back to. Hopefully, this isn't his normal self.
I don't like that sister laugh.
Okay. We'll see.
I'm going to enjoy my baths, then return to father, grab my bag of gold, take it up to my room, dump it out all over the floor, and sleep on it.
And what do you two do?
I'm going up to my room to hide from this one and take a bath. You better not.
Oh, also, I want to roll hide and move silent.
All right.
I'm going to steal frostbite.
Oh no. Okay.
I learned some things from my father.
Go ahead and roll sense motive.
Hold on.
What do I have to roll against that? I get her if she's trying to spot me while I'm sneaking. It's spot.
Spot. Okay,
Yeah.
so roll spot then.
It's bad.
No.
She's gone.
Crab. Hi, Mom. I'm taking you back to the room. I stole some polish from Dad.
How does Frostbite take it?
Frostbite's like, you're going to polish me? Yeah, Mom, I'm gonna polish you. That goblin blood is fucking nasty.
I want to sneak.
Where are you sneaking?
Into a room.
My room or her room?
Her room.
You're gonna have to do move silent, search, and hide.
Probably in the order of hide, move, silent, and then search.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's roll for high. Rolled an 11.
Plus.
17.
Alright, so if the orcs are looking for him, they get a spot check. It'll be at a +5 because they're kind of on guard for him at this point.
17.
+5 is 22.
No, that 12 plus 5.
Okay, so 17 plus whatever their modifier would be. If they're common orcs or like common guards, they have maybe a +3.
Plus 3. So yeah, that's a modified 20. So they don't see you.
Move silent so they can listen for him. Similar situation.
Wait, hold on.
So +8 total.
That's 22.
With a skill mastery for move silent.
Okay, so what can you do? Take 10 on that? Yeah, you take 10 plus move silent. What's your move silent mod?
12.
So 22 versus
22.
Okay, so you actually would have to roll.
Okay, I can roll.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you are.
So zip. So you'd actually probably see me sneaking downstairs as you're coming up, with frostbite in my mouth.
Alright.
What's up, Dad?
That's odd. Hello. So you said I gotta roll search too, right?
Yes.
Search to find her room.
Alright,
I imagine that's what it is anyway.
Yeah.
Critical
Okay.
fail. Critical fail.
Hold on.
Critical fail.
so I have a skill mastery in search.
Yeah, what's your total with the +10 then?
With the +10? I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
29?
Oh my God.
That's not even hard to find the room then.
Right.
You just listen, you go, I know approximately how much she weighs and I hear her splashing in bathwater. With a 29 search, yeah, 2 floors up, I know where she is. It's like borderline fucking spider sense.
Is there any way I can know that he's there?
Other than paranoia.
Yeah.
Well, if you have paranoia, you get a bonus to your check to detect him if he comes in.
Oh, do I gotta roll one for, like, getting through the door or anything?
If it's locked, then you'd have an open lock test.
Did you lock it?
Yes, I did. You know I did.
Open lock.
Yeah, as a
So-
DM, I was gonna let them figure out if they liked it or not.
So an open lock, a standard, like, door lock is a 10 to 15.
Alright.
Or a really intricate lock, like a chest lock or something like that, be higher, but this is pretty low.
So open lock, right?
Yeah, open lock.
13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd probably get in.
So I lost my sword.
So you lost your sword,
Because
now-
of the dragon, and now I'm in
I'm
spy
polishing her for you to be fair,
Thank you.
but
I'm gonna hide again.
Question
In
for
the room.
you: do you want to listen to see if you can hear him?
also frostbite and being taken might inform you that she's being taken.
Oh, okay. Well, if I know it's.
Yeah,
you,
sure.
then-
She's like, Bella, grab me.
Okay,
Can I roll hide real quick before she
I don't know it. Oh, she wants to polish me.
I'm okay with this.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know.
And then you hear as you're coming down. I think I saw that no good tiefling again.
Oh, he better be in his room.
I think I
So-
saw him in the hallway.
I will go ahead and
Being
let you.
shifty.
With that, I will go ahead and allow +5 to your listen.
To hear the door. Oh, it'd also be sleight of hand to open it quietly.
Well, that one's gonna be a solid anyway.
What's that amount to?
Sleight of hand without the roll. 26.
Okay, so you get a +5 to your listen to hear the door open.
That's a total of 8 without rolling.
So you'd have to roll 18 or higher. So there's like a 10 to 15%. There's a 15% chance for a maybe, and a 10% chance you hear it.
No, you don't hear jack shit.
Nope, I'm just splashing around.
I'm gonna hide in the room, not in the bathroom, but again in the room.
Oh, you're just gonna be a cunt and sneak up on her, aren't you?
Yes. All right, let's see here. Let me pull this up.
I want to hear the great news.
Hmm.
If you level up a couple more times, you can take this feature again and pick 5 more skills to be good at.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
I rolled a 19
Do you want to try?
with my modifier of
What?
17.
So 36.
You want to try and be the 36 in spot?
But he's hiding in the room, not the bathroom.
Right.
Mhm.
So until you get out of the bath, you won't be able to see this. But once you
Yeah.
get out of the bath, 36 versus what's your bonus?
And what?
Spot.
It's not good. -1?
Even with,
Yeah, you
it's actually impossible for you to find him.
It is literally
Even with all of your paranoia, you could not find him.
You could turn on your lights and still not see.
I'm still in the bath.
Yep.
Still in the bath.
Also, as I'm cleaning Frostbite, you would hear some like borderline sexual groaning from Frostbite as she gets cleaned.
Stop.
She's
Thank
like,
Stop!
And you can hear
you
Daylight
can block that out at will.
And
But you heard it once.
I'm just gonna go. Drown myself.
Daylight ever so faintly. Ooh, I like this.
Oh God. What's that, mommy? That's an annoyance. Don't worry about it.
Who would have known Daylight and Frostbite getting off together?
Accidentally.
Right.
Just taking a bath.
Just gonna take a bath all night?
Stay in the water till it's cold.
Alright, well.
I guess go in my room now.
Oh boy. How are you going to do this?
I'm wrapping up in a towel just so you know.
Okay.
So,
don't know I'm there.
What if I trip over you?
You'd be surprised what I can do with the towel. While you don't know I'm there. It's a sneak
I
attack.
totally. A towel does not deal non-lethal damage when you use it with a sneak attack. You deal lethal towel damage. Think about that. You could actually kill Curry with a towel.
Don't you dare!
That would be the ultimate shame.
No, I do want to. Can I roll just to see what would happen, but not actually do it?
So you want to roll
I just want to see what would happen if I was the roll.
Or
Because now
you're gonna have to do it if you want to roll it.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I won't do it. But I will introduce myself now that she's in the room.
How are you going to do that?
I'll just scare the shit out of her. Hey!
How do you respond?
I'm going to jump slightly. And then I'm going to pick up a pillow and launch at him.
I just wanted to let you know, the kid stole the sword.
She told me.
Oh, well, I guess me being here is kind of pointless.
Get out.
Now. It's how get out.
Okay, well,
This is where some tsundere shit
know.
takes place.
Well, bye.
I'm
You're
trying
gonna
to
show
get...
me the door. I know where they came in at.
Then go. I'm trying to get dressed here.
Okay, bye. It's my
So-
room.
This is my room.
I'm rolling bluff.
No, no, I will not allow this one.
I was gonna say,
As DM, I will not allow this one.
Okay.
are you interested in how the standard rules work? Or you just, I know you'll override it anyway, but standard, it's a -20 to his bluff.
No, even if I rolled, my bluff is 6.
Oh, then a -20, so it's a -14 to whatever you roll.
Can I yell for the guards?
Oh, absolutely.
I've left!
I'm not the DM.
I'm leaving. I'll
Wait,
leave.
they're gonna see you exit that room. What do you think's gonna happen?
So, fellas.
Hey guys.
One of them
How did you get in here? You literally unlocked the door while they were standing right outside. Rogues are bullshit.
Do you want to sneak your way back into your room?
No, I could do that, I guess.
Or you just, hey, it's up, and then walk right out.
I kind of feel like that works. I'm gonna walk out, high five the guards on the way.
Nothing happened.
They heard a scream.
And hear a scream. So to convince the guards of the truth of your words, normally it'd be a diplomacy. And you could roll bluff and see who does higher to convince the guards.
And since motive, that's a 10, so...
Alright, so they'll probably just believe whoever rolls higher.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Alright, what'd you roll?
16.
16 plus?
0.
16 plus 0. Do you have bluff as one of your...
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Is one of your take
Oh.
tens?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
I have sleight of hand, escape artist, search,
What?
disable device, and move silent.
So what is your bonus to bluff?
6.
Alright, so if you roll higher than 11 or higher, you win.
I rolled a 6.
Alright, so they actually believe Curry.
And so they look at you, smack you upside the head, and go back in your room.
Oh, okay.
And after cleaning the sword, I'm going to bed. But I'm keeping Frostbite in my pile of loot for the night.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed too after relocking the damn door. And the windows.
Window locks. Hopefully they've thought of that.
Right.
Okay. Sleepy time.
Well, you all get plenty of rest. You wake up as happy. You both wake up as happy as all ever. You kind of tossed and turned. You were worried that he was gonna try and sneak back in.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get exactly the best kind of rest, but it's sufficient for now.
May I see your panties?
please.
Yes, your panties, please.
Channeling your inner Brooke.
Now that y'all are awake, what do y'all do?
Put Frostbite back in her sheet after letting her dry all night. Pack up my hoard. Put everything back in the bag except Frostbite, and walk out of my room. And then head down to the bar. Sword and everything.
Just dragging it down the stairs.
I got it across my back like I'm some kind of badass, but in reality, I wouldn't know how to use a sword to save my life.
It's fair. I'm gonna go downstairs too.
Instead of the lady bartender, you all see a male bartender. Well, good morning. How are you all doing?
Morning.
Well, aren't you a little cutie?
Wag my tail a little pleased, but try her, but not able to not show it. I'm not cute. Thank you.
Oh,
a pain in the ass is what he is.
She
is.
it's
It's gonna take some.
Oh,
getting used to.
a she. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were a male dragon. It's just with your build, you seem a little more built than the normal female baby dragons.
I have a negative strength modifier.
Me too.
Like father, like daughter.
We're not very strong.
That's mommy's job.
Yeah.
She protects us.
Which one?
Both.
Both. Or sorry, yes.
Yes. I would like. Dad had bear last night. How's the bear?
Oh, I personally enjoy it. I have that for supper every night.
What about breakfast? Is it a good breakfast meat?
I've never had it for breakfast. I normally have deer for breakfast.
Venison. Venison, please. Venison and eggs and mushrooms and green peppers.
Sounds excellent. That will be 15 silver.
Alright, I need her to hop off the bar, dig into my treasure hoard, and hop back up.
White the little one.
Nod, and then sit on the bar patiently.
Little goblin.
I am not a goblin.
No.
You really seem cranky this morning.
Her dad's always like this.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't usually get caught.
What? What? Less I want to know.
You sure? It might save your life, your coin even.
That's
Sneaky.
why do I feel threatened now?
Well, it's not a threat from me, but Dad's a professional thief.
Oh, so that's why there were guards out there.
No, that's because he stole Mom's panties.
What?
You know what I do?
But if she's
Right
your
off
mom,
of her, in front of everyone.
oh, now I see why there were guards. But so that means that they had separate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mommy and Daddy don't like each other much. I think the lady from what's the lady from last night's name?
oh, Dalal.
Dalal called it sexual tension.
Yeah, my dearest loving wife. She tends to be something else.
Sure, your wife is lovely.
She is. I'm a very happy man to be with her.
You sure better be good to her. Hopefully she's good to you too.
Oh, there's days where we like to be bad, but you're a little too young and pure for that.
What do you mean by that?
We like to spar and pretend to fight.
Oh, Mommy and Daddy do that too, except I'm pretty sure Daddy always loses.
I look at you. I don't know who your wife is, but I can probably see why.
She's the scary one upstairs.
She'll be downstairs in a minute. She has to meet her other wife.
Oh, you all have a multiple marriage.
Well, it's not a marriage.
Mommy and Daddy aren't married, but Mommy is married to other Mommy.
Oh, Okay.
Kind of like a lover, but hateful.
Oh, an abusive relationship.
Yeah, I've heard that a couple times.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. They get along when they have to.
I'm sorry that you have to go through that. He leans down, whispers in your ear, "If you need anything, just let me know."
I feel like I'm being let into several secrets I wasn't meant to know.
This feels like a trap.
Well, sir, is there anything that you would like this morning?
Venison sounds good.
Venison it is.
Yeah, just throw a slab on a plate and bring it up.
Okay.
I like it
Well,
raw.
as a tiefling, I can see why. That will cost you 3 silver.
3 silver. That's not bad.
Yeah, venison's very common around here.
Well,
Mommy will be down soon. She likes breakfast.
Too much.
At least, oh, never mind. I won't go into that.
So,
I'm coming downstairs now.
You're coming.
Slowly.
hey,
Do not speak to me.
you gonna pay for your breakfast? Make up for last night?
Can you cut him up
well,
and serve him?
that's actually against our policy of violence.
I don't think that tastes good.
Daddy bathed. At least he's clean now.
I mean, with the right kind of ingredients and cooking after preservation, I'm pretty sure we could make him edible.
You want to crack the horns.
Do you have rice?
I think horns would be good ground as a seasoning.
Yes, they definitely are. So, madam, is there anything that you would like?
I'm gonna come over to you and try and
Do
lick
you
one
have
of your
rice?
horns.
Rice? Yes, we do.
May I get some, please?
Yes, that will cost you 3 silver.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Gonna get your thing off me. It's licking my horn.
At least something wants to lick you.
You had every opportunity to say at least something wants to lick your horn, and you didn't take it.
I'm gonna bite hard on your horn, just like, ow!
I gently smack your head. Nope, no violence.
No, let her. He deserves it.
As,
He really does.
as much
Not
as he
very
deserves
tasty.
as much as he deserves it, we must enforce the no violence law.
I thought horn would be tasty. It's not tasty.
No, you have to grind it up first and then add it with different seasonings.
So is it better, or so it's better on the inside?
Yes.
Don't get any ideas.
Why? They grow back.
Not on a tiefling, they don't.
Nope.
I'm trying to.
So if I bit one off, Dad, can I buy one of your horns
No.
off? Please.
No.
What if I put you to sleep first?
No.
Not inside the tavern.
I'll dry him out.
I'm attached to my horns. I think Dad would be a little upset if I came back missing one.
Maybe it'll look like you actually got in a fight.
And lost.
I
Depends on
would
how you-
lose most fights.
Depends on how you phrase it. Where mommy says that, or other mommy says that if you phrase it like, "But you should see the other guy," it looks better. I think mommy or other mommy called it bluff.
Yeah, apparently I'm not good at that one.
Not at a -20, you're not.
Nope. Nope.
All right. Well, as soon as I get my plate of eggs and shrooms and venison, I'm gonna chow down.
Yeah, shortly after we had that discussion, one of the elves come out of. So, who wanted the feast?
Me.
Here you go. Ooh, aren't you a little cutie?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna get a big head.
Devour it
Everyone
like
keeps calling her
Tasmanian
cute.
devil style.
Ooh, definitely a hungry girl.
Daddy says I'm growing. Mommy says I'm growing up too fast.
The elf gently pets your head. Yeah, you'll definitely grow up too fast. But remember, always be nice to mommy and daddy. I gotta serve more food. Goodbye.
Bye. And then all I can think of when I got petted like that is good lollies get head pats.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong.
Just gotta shove my food with mouth.
Just gotta shove your food with mouth.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you frostbite back.
How do I
Thank
roll for a not listen? Like I didn't want to hear that.
She's so shiny.
Just ignore it in character. She is she is shiny, she is free of blood stains, and she's sober.
I don't know how I feel about that. But at the same time.
She had a good night last night.
Oh, I heard.
Her and Dalek both.
Oh, mostly daily.
I blocked that out.
Sounds about right.
We found a way to keep him alive without keeping him alive.
Yep.
Well,
I did not bring enough booze.
are we going to meet this mayor?
I'm going to eat my rice, thank you.
Oh yeah, how much was your rice?
3 silver.
Would you like me to pay you back?
Would you like me to punch
Mommy,
you?
where's the rest of your breakfast?
I'm not that hungry,
You
thanks
want
to
any
somebody.
meat?
Mom, you need to eat
Sir.
to keep up your strength.
I
Sir,
sense there is a
I
motive to
would
this
like to
question.
politely request for you to quit sexually harassing the customer.
I just asked if she wanted meat.
I'm an orc. I know exactly what you are trying to mean.
I'm eating meat.
I do not eat raw meat.
Well, they can cook you some.
Sausage is good. You like sausage and bacon?
I do
Ham.
like sausage and bacon.
Eggs.
Yes, I do like eggs.
That elf cooks really good eggs.
I whispered to
With a side of mushrooms and peppers and onions.
the bartender whispers
And
to you,
deer.
just so that way they can leave
Always
me alone.
beer.
I'll just give you a platter on the house.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You really want us to come back, don't you?
I feel bad for her.
Be careful. Your pity could be the death of you. You'll run out of money before you stop feeling bad about this.
I whisper to you, I just hope that they're not here often.
If you keep giving her free food, she will be.
I can hear you.
Are you sure?
I'm rolling for listen.
I'm trying to be quiet, but I'm bad at it.
20.
Oh, she definitely hears us.
Shame on you. Pat.
I'm gonna slink out of the bar.
Good lollies, good head pets.
And bad lollies get scolding.
I patted your head to let Pat.
I'm gonna slink out of the bar.
I don't like free food. I'll
So
pay
now
for
that
it.
you're out of the bar, what do you do?
You know she's
What time
outside
of day
without
is it?
us.
It's morning. With on how the sun has risen, you can see it's about mid-morning, mid to late morning.
It's like 9.
Yeah,
I'm
about
gonna
9
look
in the morning.
I'm gonna look for things to chase.
You look for things to chase. Go ahead and do a search.
Search or spot?
Spot. I still can never remember the difference between the
So
two.
search is like I'm actively looking and following clues. Spot is like what do I notice?
Okay. So yeah, roll spot.
Spot comes out to a 29.
You see a couple of stray cats playing around with each other and
Food!
Someone's
You
happy.
just eat!
I'm always hungry. I'm growing.
The cats hear that, they look at you, hiss, and run off.
I can outrun a cat. I got 60 feet of movement, 150 feet if I fly.
Well,
I'm gonna chase cats until I get lost.
yeah, because they're ducking into little potholes and whatnot. Where
I'm actually smaller than they are.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm a tiny creature.
Oh man,
She rides on my shoulder.
So
I'm gonna catch as many cats as I can eat.
You snatch one, the other one keeps on running off. Are you gonna try and chase after the other one?
No, I've got food now, and my ADD has been temporarily sated. But I am thoroughly lost.
Yep, you are now underneath a building that had some holes. You have no idea how you got in there. You have no idea on how you can get out.
Oops.
Crap.
But I have food now.
What do you two do? What are you two doing now?
Eating.
You're still eating?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go try to find my cat.
So
I'm
you're
eating and eyeing him.
you're expecting your dragon to still be outside, just patiently waiting for you all.
Pretty much.
You step outside.
Damn it.
You look to your left. You look to your right. You don't see a dragon.
Alright, let's find this little asshole.
Go ahead and roll a search to see if there's any clues as to where it might have ran off at.
Yeah, sure. What? Hold up. Let me.
Do you hear the sounds of a cat screeching in terror?
29. Because search is one of my mastered skills, and it's at a 19. On top of that's before the mastery.
Well, even though you've got 29, all you can see right now is a couple of pieces of cat fur, and to your right, and it leads to an alleyway. Do you assume that your dragon Belle followed it, or
Probably so. Trying to
Okay,
get free food, hoarding gold.
so you start to follow the little pieces of fur, and then there's nothing left, and you see an alleyway that divides into 3 sections: straight ahead, to your left, and to your right. All these buildings have pieces of crumble. They all look the same on the backside. What do you do?
I've got to figure out where you went. Are there any other clues?
Nope. There's absolutely nothing left.
Well, crap. I can't listen for anything?
You can.
No, let's listen then. Listen is bad. 17.
You hear a small, painful meow from a cat. You can barely distinguish that it's to the right, but it's pretty far down. And then it goes quiet.
Let's head in that direction then.
Okay, so you start to head in that direction. And now there's another 3 sections. If you look to your left, you see
3
that
sections are there.
it's a big town. It's a very big city. There's a bunch of buildings.
So is there only 2 sections?
No, the section on your left leads
So
to
it's a
many.
4 section.
Yeah, 4 section. My bad. So,
I'm
how you're looking, it's 3 sections.
3 additional sections.
Yeah. Whenever you look to your left, you see a mini street. Whenever you look to your right, another alleyway. Straight ahead is just the same route.
No blood trail or anything?
So far, there hasn't been any blood trails because how she ate the cat, it was inside a building that had a bunch of holes.
Ah, crap. So there's probably no way to find her. Because I can't crawl through holes.
No, but you could potentially hear some munching if you roll good enough.
Well, let's hear it. Listen. I don't know what happens. That would be a 22.
Oh yeah, you hear some munching just to the building right right ahead of the one to your left.
Sounds really close right now. Heard some coughing too. All right.
So you go ahead and head to the building. You see that it's just absolutely destroyed, and you can peek over the hole and you see your dragon marching.
The hell are you doing way over here?
Eating.
You just ate.
I ate what I wanted to pay for.
That's fair. Can't really blame you.
Didn't you tell me to only pay for what I had to?
Yes. I just didn't expect you to run and get yourself lost in the process.
I'm not lost. I know exactly where I am.
Where you at?
In a shitty back alley building. I think that's what the word you used to describe this place was.
Probably. You alright, Furball?
Are you okay, IRL?
Yes. You're in character. You're a little mangy. That's why it was the slow one. There were two cats. I'm off to find it.
To the right. Okay. You start to head in the direction of your right. You come across what's in total of a 4-section. You can either go back, you can go to the right, to the left, or forward.
Forward.
You go forward. And now you finally come across a street. It's fairly busy with it being mid-morning. Bunch of people walking back and forth, chatting with each other. Do you go ahead and go with the crowd?
I'm gonna stand and watch them for a minute.
Okay, so you stay and watch.
Hey. We're still online?
We should be. I just saw your comments.
Because on mine it's showing the live stream offline. I just didn't for sure. Figured I'd ask.
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I just
Hey.
saw a shadow move. What? I'm far from you.
Yeah, you're not even near her.
I've lost you. I'm gonna have to sneak up on you.
So, there's oh dear God, I can only imagine it now. But yeah, a couple of people accidentally bump into you as it's starting to get more crowded, and everybody's chatting. You can hear a couple people. Actually, you do a listen check. No meow.
I'm taking care of that.
12 plus 3.
So 15. Okay, yeah, you could hear a couple people here and there talking about a murder and something happening a few blocks down. People are starting to panic a little as to what's going on.
A murder.
Do you stop and ask somebody what's going on? Do you just...
I'm gonna ask someone.
Okay, so you tap somebody and you see that it's a high elf, and he's all fancy, and he looks at you and he's just like, "May I help you, madam?"
What is going on around here? Something about a murder?
Ah, yes. The guards are taking care of it, but if you're truly curious, it looks like that somebody just recently got murdered. It looks like that it happened last night. They're extremely pale. It looks like that there's no blood, so it looks like somebody drained the blood out of them. But it happened 2 blocks down that way, and he points to his left. If you take 2 blocks down and then take a left, you can see the crime scene, but none of the guards will allow anybody to get any closer.
Alright, thank you.
Do I smell the lack of blood?
You can.
Going that way.
The sensibility just lets me track that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
a
you-
highly suspicious smell.
Yeah, you were too distracted with the cats, but after you got done feasting, you finally smell death, which isn't from the cat.
Hey, Dad, something's wrong.
What do you mean?
I smell a dead body, and not like a decaying dead body.
How close?
You two are just about 3 blocks away from her, opposite away from the body, so about 5 blocks.
I'm going aerial. I'll meet you there.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna fly up above the roofs.
Okay. As you start to fly, you can see that the street's getting pretty filled as back and forth, and as you fly closer towards the body, you spot her. She's pretty,
Mommy!
She's pretty easy to
Hello.
figure out.
Perch on your shoulders.
Yay!
Mommy, there's a dead body nearby.
I heard.
Should we go look at it?
Yes.
Will the guards let us past, you think? Or will they require gentle persuasion?
Possibly.
Maybe you can use your feminine charms on them.
Character progression.
What would that be under?
Diplomacy, actually.
Yep.
Diplomacy.
+0, I imagine.
Yeah.
Some things haven't changed.
No, but my intimidate is at an 8. So.
Intimidate got better.
So you all start to head towards the direction of the body.
Has he caught up yet? Or is
Yeah.
he sneaking behind me to scare me?
I caught up.
I don't notice you.
Hi, Dad.
Hey,
We're going to look at the dead body.
let's do it.
Okay, so y'all start to head towards the body or the crime scene. Y'all try and stay clear from the pedestrians who's walking by, bumping into a couple people. Y'all finally get to the border of the crime scene. It is very heavily guarded. There are about 4 or 5 guards standing post right where what looks like well, do you want to go ahead and fly up to see if you could potentially see it, the body?
No, actually, I have a terrible idea.
Go ahead.
I'm going to trot my way up. And as a dragon, I'm going to exert my frightful presence. Everything within 30 feet of me gets a will save.
Will save of.
So it's 10 plus.
Okay, all you had to do was just say 10. They're like, oh my god, a dragon! And they run away.
Even the guards?
Even the guards. All the pedestrians are like, oh my god! And they start to run the opposite way.
And you thought you were cute.
I am cute. I'm scarier than I am cute. Let's go look at the body. I'm going to turn the frightful presence back off.
I'd say
being a dragon's fucking great.
I'm gonna say for fluff, these two are immune to it because
They're used to it.
Yeah.
Where were you
So
when I
it-
needed you 6 years ago?
So you all approach the body. It is extremely pale. There has it shows pretty obviously that all the blood has been taken out of the body, and it is just a corpse. It feels like to you it's been dead for weeks with on the how cold it is.
What's up?
And go ahead. I was gonna say, do y'all want to do an investigation to see what could have potentially
That
done
would
with
be a
this?
search in this
Search?
edition.
Yeah,
there's no investigations.
I'll
Okay,
do a search.
You want to do? Okay,
You'll do search?
Yes.
I'll let you do the search.
Was that 9?
Yep.
Plus 7.
I'm gonna roll knowledge.
16.
I'm gonna roll knowledge religion. I have an
Knowledge
inkling that the vampires are involved, and that'd be a knowledge religion check.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll.
Ooh.
All right,
Ooh.
23.
23. Oh yeah, you definitely know vampire.
Mom, Dad, vampires.
Ooh.
I bet they come from that creepy ass fucking mansion.
Might have been why we got such a bad feeling about it when we walked by.
It woke me up.
I have a bad feeling right now.
I'm not a vampire.
You are a parasite.
True. Can't deny that. An abomination is an abomination.
I have a good sense for these things.
And this is about the time where one of the guard captains see you all and go, "What the hell are you all doing here?
I'm
Scary.
investigating.
Get out of here!"
No!
And he draws his sword on you.
I'm gonna put my frightful presence right the fuck back out.
I'm sorry. Please go ahead. If you think that you can help, just go ahead.
Put your sword away and I'll feel better.
He already drew it away.
I
He
need
done
to
that before he
pull
could
Mommy
speak.
too out.
Eddie's captain, we are investigating.
Okay.
I don't even have to bluff. This is
But,
amazing.
Please, secure the perimeter as usual.
Yes. Guards, you go back to your post.
So much better than I thought I was going to. This was the idea, guys.
Just to let y'all know, I originally rolled a 4, and then I rolled a 2. So the captain almost shat his pants.
I'm just curious. Like, what is it exactly? Like,
That changes about me.
yeah.
I unfurl my wings and I get like a crest, like a crested gecko that goes all the way up my back.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of unfurl it all at once and hiss.
But you're like
Tiny.
a foot long.
That's why the DC isn't very high yet. If I didn't have 22 charisma, this probably wouldn't work.
Oh my god. So good.
Head pats. Head pats.
A lot of head pats. Good lollies get head pats.
Good luck.
Alright, so we've got a vampire somewhere, possibly in
The
this
creepy mansion.
creepy mansion.
It woke me up from a nap, just like mid-snooze, walking by it. I don't like it.
You want to go check it out?
We should talk to the mayor first.
The
That's how
captain.
we get rewarded.
That's true.
The captain then goes, "Wait, you think that it could have potentially been a vampire? We haven't had a vampire in ages. Why would want to attack us now?"
I don't know what your story is, but there's no blood in this body.
I thought this just might have been some mad scientist who's trying to collect blood for something.
Nope. Come here. And I'm gonna pull out the bite marks on the neck.
Oh my! Why didn't we notice this first? You're absolutely right.
I know.
He's a smart dragon.
I am a well-learned 1-year-old.
Yeah, I will go ahead and personally go ahead and take you all to the mayor myself. Make sure that you all are safe.
You should also secure this body and hide it away before more people come across it. Prevent panic.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You, secure the body now.
What?
What did you say?
I haven't been to a mayor since Camel Mayor.
Hassan.
Are you sure we've went on a few adventures? All the adventures we went, never dealt with another man.
Nothing
You-
this
You
important.
avoid them, don't you?
Yes, I do.
But you can't avoid this one. Well, I guess you could. You could run now.
But then someone would probably yell at me.
Be like Dalek.
Run.
Don't mention his name, he'll speak again.
I'm sorry, did somebody mention my name?
Give the DM an idea.
I'm good at that.
I know.
Well, let's go and follow this really scared captain.
And the best part is Dalek can't control whose mind he speaks into, so all he can ever do is speak in her mind.
I don't even know Dalek exists.
I need more alcohol.
Mommy, why do you drink so much?
It's too hard to explain.
Try me. I'm pretty smart.
There's two voices in this sword.
Only two.
That I know of.
Oh, there's a lot more than that.
You also gotta consider the fact that you completely smashed that one chief that we ran into.
Pretty much every kill you get with that sword has the potential to add a voice.
Oh.
But considering the fact that you let her drink Dalek, just throw that out there.
David did have the strongest personality of everyone you killed so far.
I can deal with it.
And you let her drink him. It wasn't just the fact that you said, "Hey, I'm gonna stab him." You sink.
I sunk her into his heart.
And let her drink him.
Yep.
Yes, thanks to you, I'm now the Heartless Bard.
I mean, always.
Not like that was much different. Alright, let's go talk to this mayor.
I'll follow.
So you all go ahead and get to the mayor's office.
I'm gonna ride on the captain's shoulders.
The
Just
captain's
see one of those
too scared to say
shitless.
no.
Daring little one and see.
Actually, I'm gonna ride on him like a hat.
Again, captain is too scared to say no.
Sitting there praying the entire way.
The moment that
Please don't burn me.
The moment that you touch his head, he immediately flinches. He just.
That's how I felt last night.
Hello.
Hi.
Your head is quite comfy.
Thank you.
Probably because there's no horns.
Those are like riding crops or saddle pommels.
If they were any more flexible, you'd sit there and pull on them like they were reins.
I did bite them once or twice.
A lot.
They were my. That's how I teethed. And now I've got a full mouth of fangs.
Oh.
So do I. True.
So, you all reach to the mayor's office,
Mm-hmm.
and you all go inside, and the mayor's like, you see the mayor just having paperwork everywhere on his desk. He's rubbing his head. He's a human, and so he's rubbing his head, just going, "Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? I have this.
Burn it all!
Oh, I'm so sorry. How may I help you?" He just shoves all the paper off the desk. Please, just forget all of that. How may I help you?
Is the guard captain gonna introduce us, or are we gonna introduce ourselves?
Hey.
The guard captain's staying outside. He's too scared of you.
Do I dare turn the frightful presence on again? Nah.
Do you really want to do that to the man who's actively going, "How can I help you?"
Well, the frightful presence can either cause creatures afraid of you or be in awe of you.
Oh, fair enough.
So I'll walk in all regal-like.
So,
like I own this place.
so you're doing that?
Yes.
I was gonna say either that or you can just wait to turn it on until after we hear.
Oh, he is not impressed.
He's not impressed. What do you roll?
19.
Yeah, depending on what his will save is, that would beat it. Because it's right about 19. Wait, charisma. 22 is the number to beat.
Yeah, and he's only human, so. Oh my goodness, you have great balance.
Thank you.
Wow, such a wonderful dragon.
Should have seen how many times he fell over before.
Very doubtful.
I'm staying out of this because if you get yourself in trouble with her, it doesn't come back on me.
I'm just saying there's a reason why she rides on us.
She
doesn't
doesn't
happen
want to
often.
walk. She doesn't want to fly.
She's lazy.
I need a charger.
You're fucking right.
I need a charger.
He then sits down and he goes, "How may I help you all?"
Good morning. We are here to inform you that we have investigated the murder that went on last night, and we are here to claim the job involving investigating the mansion.
Oh, you're here wanting to investigate the mansion?
What are you looking for, guys?
My phone is going from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2.
Oh.
It's at 3.
That'll do it.
Y'all are here to investigate the mansion? Oh, yes. Please, if you can get rid of whatever curse that the mansion has, I will gladly give you all 20,000 gold each. I am in desperate need. We are starting to fall under as a city as a whole.
Calculating.
20,000 gold each.
But can I get more?
See, this is where you should have used it at. What are we dealing with, you know?
I believe, or what information do you have on this mansion?
Not much. I just heard rumors that it's cursed, and that I've personally seen the bodies just moving around at night. At least one, from what I could see. I was too scared to actually get any closer.
And you said no guards?
No. Last time that I sent 3 guards, they never returned back. I will not send any more of my men if need be. That's why I'm looking for wanderers. As terrible as it sounds, I could lose wanderers. I can't lose guards.
Your lack of concern is unappreciated. Or I think that much more to the tune of 25,000 is in order for something of this magnitude, especially now that we've deduced that a vampire is involved.
25 it is. Just please, whatever it is, get rid of it.
Of course. Dad?
Do I have to split mine with you, or is it just...
No, it's 25,000 each. You get your
25,000. Oh, I'm in.
Mom?
It's a lot easier than robbing.
She's in. You know she's in.
Of course other mother's in. 25,000 it is.
deal.
We will be back within a few days' time. Good day, Mayor.
Good day.
And then as I walk out, turn the frightful presence off, and then kind of deflate. God, I hate doing that.
Trauma queen.
I think.
I wonder where I get that from, Dad.
I think we could leave this here since it's close to midnight, and we can go ahead and do what my plan was next week. Unless if you wanted to try and do a DM next week. No. All right.
All right, I'm good for that. I am tired.
All right, so what kind of damage does a towel do?
So a towel is an improvised weapon, does a single point of damage.
Okay.
But because it's dexterity based and it would be treated as a whip, you could add sneak attack if you caught her unaware or flanked her and used the towel.
Well, let's say I was hidden in the room.
Okay, hidden in a room with a towel.
Yes.
Yeah, I think now would be the perfect time to end the stream. So,
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
I
everybody.
thought you ended it.
No, not yet. Good night, everybody.